What's up guys, back at it again today with another Tacoma compilation. Welcome back to 88 Rotors Off-Road and welcome back to our channel here. We're starting today's video with this 2021 Lunar rock colored Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. We're doing our shim and add-a-leaf system on this one to gain a little bit of height to clear some 285/75/16 tires. Our shop, 88 Rotors, is located in the city of South El Monte, which is about 20 minutes east of downtown Los Angeles in California, USA. If you're looking to get some work done by us, please reach out to us anytime by phone during regular business hours, or you can always message us 24/7 by clicking on the link in the description and getting to our contact form. Here's a closer look so you can see the shim added to the top of the strut. This right here does not preload the front spring and make your ride quality any more harsh than it is factory. We installed our add-a-leaf and retained the overload spring since this customer does have a camper shell on the vehicle. Our shim and add-a-leaf setup is probably the best way to go for those that have a Tacoma TRD Pro that's not yet ready to completely ditch their TRD Pro Fox suspension. Our front shim does not preload the front spring and in turn does not worsen the ride quality. With this on the vehicle, you're able to clear 285/75/16 tires on the factory wheels. Tire of choice here are the BFGoodrich all-terrain KO2s. I'm sure you see us install quite a bit of these. Reason being is that KO2s are truly great in all terrains. Whether you do a lot of highway driving or hit the dirt often, you still get that quiet on-road ride quality that is very capable off-road when you decide to hit the trails. Depending on the amount of gear that's added to your Tacoma, this setup gives you 1 to 1.5 inches of lift with the factory Pro suspension. Here's the stance with the larger 285 tires installed. Interested in getting this setup for your Tacoma TRD Pro? Give us a call or shoot us a message by clicking on the link in the description. We'll get you set up with an appointment and get you dialed in. Shim and add-a-leaf is installed and the new tires are on the factory TRD Pro wheels. Now we're torquing all 4 wheels and tires down to spec and we're going to bring it out for a quick test drive before we hand the keys back over to the customer. Next up we have this 2022 4x4 TRD Sport. This one's coming in for a Bilstein setup. We're doing the Bilstein 6112s in the front with SPC ball joint upper control arms and the 5160s in the rear with our add-a-leaf system. For the new shoes on this one, we're installing a set of KM724s, also known as the Impact from KMC. This one's a 17 by 8.5 size with a 0 offset. It's a matte black finish that we're wrapping up in a 285/70/17 KO2 tire. Up on the other rack, we have this blue colored Tacoma that we're installing a set of King's 2.5 Remote Reservoir Coilovers in the front, adjusted to about 3 inches of lift with some Camburg tubular uniball upper control arms. Swinging over to the rear end, we have the 2.5 Remote Reservoir rear shocks with our add-a-leaf system. This does come with the compression adjusters on here as well. And over here, we're upsizing the tires for this 4Runner. With the suspension setup completed on the blue Tacoma, we thoroughly go over all of our nuts and bolts and make sure that they are torqued down properly, and we mark them all with a white paint pen. Not only does this process ensure that we do not leave any nut or bolt untightened, it also allows the owner of the vehicle to easily spot a nut or bolt turning itself out after a session of off-roading. When nuts and bolts are torqued down to spec, they are usually good and will not turn themselves out, but when it comes to off-roading and safety, it doesn't hurt to double check after all that flexing and articulating off-road. Swinging it back over to the 2022 TRD Sport 4x4. These are the KMC 724s once again, aka the Impacts that we're wrapping up in the 285/70/17 KO2 tire. The next Tacoma in right here is a TRD Off-Road 4x4 in a magnetic gray metallic color. We're installing a set of Kings on here with some Camburg arms and our add-a-leaf. The wheels and tires are mounted and balanced and pretty much ready to go. Once the suspension install is complete, we're going to slap the wheels on and bring the vehicle down. Here's a closer look at the front end 6112s with the SPC ball joint upper control arms installed. This Tacoma is pretty much ready to go. We're going to bring it out for that quick test drive before we hand the keys back over to the customer. Here's the new wheel and tire that's going on that MGM colored Tacoma. This right here is the Method MR305s in the newly released double black color. It comes with a matte black face and a gloss black lip. We're wrapping it up in a 285/70/17 KO2 tire by BFGoodrich. The King's 2.5 Remote Reservoir Coilovers adjusted to about 3 inches of lift has been installed. We just need to mount the reservoir up next after we install the bracket. And just to clarify, a lot of people get confused when they hear about the 2.5 Kings. They think it's a 2.5 inch lift. The 2.5 actually describes the shock diameter, which is 2.5 inches. They are capable and valved for 3 inches of lift. This one's pretty much done and ready to go. We're going to back it out for that test drive. Next up, we have the cement gray colored TRD Sport. This is a pre-runner that we're doing a King setup on. 2.5 remote reservoir coilovers in the front with adjusters and some Camburg tubular uniball upper control arms. For the rear, we're doing the same King's 2.5 remote reservoir rear shocks with adjusters and our Adelie system. We're installing a set of Method MR305s and a matte black finish on this one with 285/70/17 KO2s. And fast forward, here it is, done and out for that test drive. Next up, we have another Army Green TRD Offroad 4x4 Tacoma that we're installing a King setup on. Thank you very much for tuning in today, guys. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell also. That way you'll get alerted the next time we post another video. Until next time, take care, guys.